When you cut your finger, the wound gets red and swollen. When you hurt your knee, it swells up and gets red. But what does inflammation mean for the insides of your body? A little bit of inflammation helps the body heal, but when inflammation lasts for a long time, it can lead to disease. Chronic inflammation can hurt your heart, brain, and other organs, and it is a factor in almost every major illness, such as cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's disease, and depression. The same thing can happen inside your body as when you get hurt and have inflammation. Some foods and health problems can make your body inflamed. But what we eat and what we don't eat can ease or even stop this inflammation. By the way, inflammation is a really big source of sickness in our culture, but one type of inflammation that we appreciate at this channel is our subscriber base. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel to make health go viral. With that said, let's get this video going. Chronic illness. Chronic inflammation is something you could experience if you have a long-term health problem. Conditions like Crohn's disease, heart disease, high blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, multiple sclerosis, obesity, psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes, ulcerative colitis. For the most part, we have a good grasp on the connections between things. People with heart disease, or anyone, should avoid refined grains and processed meats, while gluten and dairy can exacerbate gastrointestinal illnesses and nightshades can aggravate arthritis. But it's up to the individual to figure out what sets them off. Food sensitivities. Inflammation can occur after consuming allergenic foods even in those who do not suffer from a chronic disease. Antibodies increase in reaction to a food allergy, which can lead to inflammation since your body treats the food as an invader. However, items that induce inflammation in some people may not cause it in others. Although you may be able to eat the occasional piece of pizza without any ill effects, your friend with a gluten sensitivity may experience significant inflammation after eating pizza. A flawless example would be butter. Don't forget that any processed foods might cause inside inflammation, even if you don't feel any discomfort. Even if you don't think you're particularly sensitive, it's best to limit your exposure. How do you know if you're experiencing inflammation? It's not easy to figure this out. It's possible that you're experiencing this kind of internal inflammation without even realizing it. However, there are some physical symptoms that may alert you to the problem. Hand and foot edema, redness, puffiness, and skin rashes are all possible side effects. Abdominal distension is another possible symptom, which manifests as a tightening of the waistband. Weakness, weight gain, aches and pains in the muscles and joints, mental and physical exhaustion, and the presence of certain symptoms such as headaches and stomachaches are all indicators. You might also be more susceptible to catching colds and the flu, and such illnesses might linger for weeks if they catch hold. How to start an anti-inflammatory diet. Inflammation can be alleviated or even prevented by paying attention to what you put into, and keep out of, your body. However, there is no universally effective anti-inflammatory diet because different people are susceptible to different inflammatory triggers. The term anti-inflammatory diet does not relate to a particular eating plan, but rather to an eating philosophy. However, there are ways to limit inflammation by what you consume if you stick to a few simple rules. 1. Scale way back on processed foods. Reducing inflammatory food intake is the first step. Anti-inflammatory diets typically consist of eating fewer, more natural foods. That usually means avoiding packaged foods, especially those with long lists of ingredients that include things like sugar, salt, and processed oils. Examples include sweets, like commercial baked goods, prepackaged desserts, ice cream, and candy. Snack foods, like potato chips and microwave popcorn. Processed meats, including bacon, sausage, hot dogs, bologna, pepperoni, and salami. Processed cheeses, like nacho cheese dip and American cheese slices. Sugary beverages, including soda and sports drinks. Fried foods, like fried chicken and French fries. Granola bars, trail mix, and baked chips are all examples of supposedly healthy snacks that can include a surprising amount of processed components, including sugar and sodium. There is no significant nutritional value in them, so omitting them won't leave you wanting. 2. Focus on whole foods. What's left after you take out all the processed stuff? Yes, naturally, whole foods. Single-ingredient foods, such as apples, oranges, and cucumbers, are examples of whole foods. Some further examples besides fresh produce are brown or wild rice, chicken/turkey breast, eggs, fish, especially oily fish, such as salmon, tuna, herring, or mackerel, legumes, like dried beans and peas, nuts and seeds, oats. In a nutshell, whole foods are those that occur naturally. Is there such a thing as a safe processed food? Store-bought hummus, a dried fruit and nut snack mix, and a spaghetti sauce are all examples of multi-ingredient dishes that can still be created from whole ingredients. The secret is to check the list of ingredients before consuming. This includes selecting whole grain breads and pastas that have undergone minimum processing and preservation. 3. Try a diet proven to reduce inflammation. One more time, there is no universally effective anti-inflammatory diet. However, both the Mediterranean and DASH diets have been demonstrated to be beneficial. Inflammation, cholesterol, body fat percentage, body weight, blood pressure, and blood sugar are all reportedly lowered by following such diets. She elaborates on all of them. The Mediterranean diet. People that reside near the Mediterranean Sea tend to follow a diet known as the Mediterranean diet, which is thought to be the healthiest diet overall. Fish rich in omega-3 fatty acid, which has been shown to lower inflammation, forms the basis of this diet. Because of its emphasis on whole foods and omega-3 fatty acids, the Mediterranean diet has been demonstrated to be anti-inflammatory. Oils that have been processed, such as cottonseed and soybean oil, are removed from the recipe. The DASH diet. The DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, aims to do just that by lowering blood pressure. Inflammation is decreased on this diet, most likely as a result of its effects on blood pressure and body weight. One must keep in mind that inflammation is linked to both obesity and high blood pressure. The DASH diet, like the Mediterranean diet, emphasizes eating less processed foods and more whole foods. On the other hand, DASH recommends a little more dairy and doesn't push fish or EVOO. Is vegetarianism anti-inflammatory? While it's true that eating meat can trigger inflammation, avoiding all animal products isn't the answer either. Inflammation can be reduced by eating a plant-based diet, but even vegan, vegetarian, and fish-based diets can include processed foods like chips, fries, and cookies. Whole foods are the only way to get the anti-inflammatory effects they promise. 4. If needed, try an elimination diet. You may need to take additional action if, despite eliminating processed foods, your inflammation symptoms persist. You need to figure out what foods cause inflammation in your body in order to develop a personalized anti-inflammatory diet. Trying an elimination diet and gradually weaning off of probable trigger foods is the best first step. If you're having trouble narrowing it down to a specific food, food sensitivity testing might help you figure out which ones trigger an immune response. How effective are anti-inflammatory diets? Pay attention to your symptoms and search for positive changes in your health as a sign that your anti-inflammatory diet is working. The body's response to an anti-inflammatory diet can take several forms. They include clearer skin, decreased muscle or joint pain, decreased swelling in your hands and feet, fewer headaches, improved gastrointestinal symptoms, diarrhea, gas, nausea, stomach pain, improved sleep, less anxiety, stress, and/or brain fog, less bloating, lower blood pressure, lower blood sugar, more energy, weight loss. How long till I start to see changes? Avoiding inflammation with diet alone is not a quick fix. The degree to which your intolerance and inflammation affect your outcomes. Allow yourself 3 to 6 months to make dietary modifications and begin to see results. Abrupt alterations never lead to long-term success. Start with manageable steps you know will make an impact, and build from there. If you have a severe reaction to a certain food, you may start feeling better in as little as 2 to 3 weeks after cutting it out of your diet. Such feedback has the potential to be quite inspiring. A common comment I hear from patients is that they never realized how horrible they felt until they started feeling better after making dietary changes. There you have it. What changes do you think you'll make to your diet with this new knowledge? Leave your answer in the comment section below. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe so that health can go viral. I hope you enjoy this content. Stay tuned for more videos on how to improve your health. For a list of powerful home remedies, click on the links below. Eat well and prosper.